All right, welcome back, YouTube. You didn't get the exclusive, the Twitch exclusive, I'll see eating food silently in a corner stream. So y'all get this instead. This is our second game of our third day of coverage of the Non-Binary Coded Games event. It's by the same dev as the last one. The same dev as was it Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced? This is Zorkie Studios. We're going to be playing I'm Making a Monster. Thank you for playing. Thank you for trying out this prologue. We're a two-person team based in Canada. Two-person, two-dog, according to the picture. Remember the two dogs. We hope you enjoy our game. The prologue is 10 to 15 minutes long, and we encourage for playing to at least once to explore different options. Okay, we'll try. We'll see. I'm normally a let the chips fall where they lie kind of player. And whatever my my decisions are just kind of my playthrough, and that's just what happened. That's like canon for me. Unless I'm trying to see like all of the endings of a game. But we'll give it a second play. Content warnings, that's important. Off-screen death, mention self-neglect, using distractions to run from issues. We will update our command. Okay, puppy. If you could do me just a tiny little bit of a flavor. Hit me with a exclamation mark CW. And no, we're not talking about the spot where you can watch Smallville. Thank you. These are the ones posted. These are the ones we will share. Let's play the prologue. Start. Ofir Sonnet. I'll use that word. I'll use that one. Goes for a walk. They like walks in the park. They don't want anyone to talk to them. Their hair gets wet from the rain. Ofir hadn't realized it was raining. They kept walking in. Or what should I put? I don't know. Is this my name? That sounds like me, not gonna lie. Let's see. I don't know if that's supposed to be me or not. I don't know what kind of name to give them. I don't know what game to give her. What name to give her. Part of me is just like, I guess I'll just leave it how it was. We'll think of something better if we end up playing. The year leading up to it is much like any other. The moments loop in Ofir's mind. Ceaseless and rough as river rapids, if they had known. Ofir is at the beach. They're guarding the spot Delaney claimed while she grabbed snacks. Don't move an inch, she said. Ofir considers the blowing sands lifted by the chilly breeze coming off the water, then looks up at the clear sky. They'd wish they'd brought a book. They shiver slightly. Summer wasn't supposed to be so cold. Ofir sets down their hat and throws some cheap sunglasses I chose to go after. Delaney. Hoping combined weight wouldn't be blown away. They take a second to admire the handiwork that's set off after Delaney. 2 minutes and 200 meters later, Ofir spots Delaney in a long ice cream line. She's balancing melty slushy on a pizza box. She raises an eyebrow when she sees Ofir but still smiles. Some spot guard you are. Next time you can do all the fetching and I'll take the easy job. Ofir smiles and picks up their pace to reach her. Mark back. Easy. I just barely made it out alive after fighting off 20 ravenous alligators from taking the spot. If you fought them off, then why are you here? I was too worn off to fight the giant goose man who descended from the sky afterwards, so I ran here to hide. So what you're saying is you led the gooseman here? Yeah, he'll be arriving any second. Delaney's fox-pickled gaze holds off of Ofir's somber expression for a moment, before they both collapse into giggles. Well, it'll be nice having you keep me company in line, she concedes. And you can help me hold the food. She hands off the food, and Ofir laughs. I suppose this is my deserved punishment. Could they have shared more time together? Ofir reclines against a park bench. Delaney left to use the bathroom, and Ofir's been conjuring small flames above their fingers to pass the time and keep the autumn chill at bay. The bench is hard and its seat awkwardly angled. Ofir shifts uncomfortably. They notice some movement in the corner of their eye and turn to see a sausage vendor. A sign proclaims the sale of homemade apple cider. Ofir gets up, stretches their arms up, loosening the stiffness inflicted by the bench. Delaney probably likes an apple cider, but really an excuse to leave the bench is a good one. The line at the cart is short. After a few minutes, Ofir returns to the bench holding 2 steaming paper cups. Delaney is back and is standing rather than comforting the bench. Standing rather than confronting the bench. Ofir smiles and hurries over. They have stopped it. Stopped what? It's New Year's Eve, and Ofir's at Bella's. They're chatting with Max about their new job. Corey comes by with champagne flutes. I don't know what Delaney is doing in the kitchen, but she said to disturb her at your peril. Max laughs and takes the proffered glass. We need to take a look then. Yeah, it's stored in the kitchen. Ofir grins. Absolutely. Max begins to run for the kitchen. Think over it said. Wait, we need to maintain the element of surprise, don't we? If we don't want to be cursed. Max pauses. Good point. As they approach, Ofir notices a distortion around the doorway. She's warded it. Can you break it? If it's warded, maybe this is more serious than you thought. I imagine she's cooking something. I could break it though. What do you take me for? Give me a candle in 5 minutes and this ward is gone. On it. Max gives a mock salute and runs off. 5 minutes and 1 candle later, the kitchen door unlocks with a soft plop. Ofir and Max look at each other before Max grins and pushes it open. Delaney is standing in the middle of the room, hands covered in glitter, raising an unimpressed eyebrow. Why am I not surprised? Ofir laughs. You were goading Max. I just came here to help with the wards. She smiles back. Maybe I was. Max is over by the cauldron on Bella's stove. What is this? Maybe they noticed. Then they notice the smell. Ofir takes a deep breath, scenting berries and ozone. Didn't. I did, and since you barged in, neither of you are getting any. It's a memory spell, Ofir explains to Max, who hadn't studied potions. One of friendship. It reminds of good times now past and solidifies the night you drink for you to cherish. It's a lot of work. That's so sweet, Delaney. Too bad you both won't be partaking of it then, she sniffs. But Ofir is still smiling. They know that this time, Delaney doesn't mean it. 1 candle wax cleanup later. Ofir was right. Delaney begrudgingly shares her potion. What follows is a night of reminiscence and wonder. It's a night that will stay with all of them for a very long time. Is everything inevitable? There's fresh tulips on the windowsill. Delaney brought them over. She'd said they were for the first blooms of the year. She left a few minutes ago and Ofir is cleaning up the dishes from their shared lunch. They had bickered amicably over lunch. Delaney pestering Ofir about their love of bad movies, and Ofir calling out their love of other equally bad movies. The room feels emptier now that she's gone. Call her. Ofir picks up the phone and rings Delaney. She picks up after a few seconds longer than usual. Sorry, I couldn't find my headphones. What's up? I was just thinking I wanted to chat a bit longer. She laughs. You're seeing me on Thursday. The two chat for the rest of their trip home. They discuss an album release, a controversial new toy line, and the merits of different flowers and strength-increasing potions. But Thursday never comes. Ofir won't see Delaney again. Month passes. There are many monsters in our stories. Some come from folklore and seek to tempt harm, or devour others. Some come from folklore and seek to tempt, harm, or devour. Others come from history. They are already tempted, harmed, and devoured. There are many monsters in our stories. Some come from folklore and seek to tempt, harm, or devour. Others come from history. They've already tempted, harmed, and devoured. And some monsters come from us. We shape them through our words and our actions. We give them their truth, their name, and they rise for us to tempt and harm and devour. All monsters leave scars upon us, though the scars themselves vary. And these scars sometimes birth their own monsters. Monsters born of our skin, of our pain, of our isolation. Scars, monsters, birth. Let's go, scars. Scars are raw or scabbed or healed somewhat independent of time. Depth has more to do with it than freshness. The scars that run deep can cut more than anyone might realize. Ofir Sonnet has a raw and angry scar. It itches and bleeds their soul. No matter how they howl, it will not cease scratching. Then one day, Ofir has been shut in their room for a month. They have not eaten a proper meal in more than a week. They've only drunk water under extreme duress. Today, Ofir opens up the door to the room of their own volition. A rare occurrence their friends will equally be excited and nervous about, and stumbles from its dark depths, with a dehydrated wobble to their step. Fumbling for some scrap paper and tearing off the lid to a pen, Ofir drops onto a stool and begins to sketch. Forever, an ink splatter onto page after page in unsteady strokes. Hours later, after hours during which friends come over to find Ofir, are relieved to see them out of their room, and then distraught again to find Ofir unable to tear himself from work. Ofir holds up a final page of formulas and diagram. Exclaim in triumph. Yes, they say, it can be done. Ofir almost bounces up from the stool, but they lack the energy or coordination. Instead, they settle for lifting up the page and beaming at the work. What can be done? Exclamation marks. Ofir jumps at the sound, almost falling over in the process. They had not noticed that a friend had crept into their kitchen while they worked. Abella leans out from the doorway, mixing bowl in hand, trying to hide her worry behind a smile. Ofir does not try to hide their rising excitement. Oh, Bella, they say. I'm going to make something unlike anything I've made before. Bella continues stirring, waiting. She's played this game before. Make something redemptive, horrific, reprehensible, beautiful. I'm making, Ofir continues, something beautiful. Abella raises an eyebrow. Tell her the truth. I'm making a monster. The end? Damn. I mean, that's kind of cute, though. That was an interesting little story. So we've been introduced to a realm of magic. There are spells and potions. They were using fire magic. They were conjuring fire at their fingertips. I'm intrigued. My interest is piqued. I'm kind of interested. Consider a wish list? Sure. We hope you enjoyed this prologue to I'm Making a Monster. Please leave a review letting us know what you think. Wishlisting helps us gain visibility and sends you a notification once the game launches. I believe the game is out already. We're a 2-person team. Help feed our dogs. 2-person, 2-dog. Don't forget the dogs. Let's see, is this out yet? I'm pretty sure this one is out. It is not out. Question mark? It is out. Yes, it is out. You can purchase this game. It came out on the 6th, actually. Okay. We're going to run through it again. We're going to run through it one more time. I kind of want to pick some different options. My brain shut off for a second. What am I doing? Yes. Okay, yes. Let's restart it. The year leading up to it was much like any other. The moments loop in Ofir's mind. I want to make sure that I wishlisted the game. Okay, cool. The year leading up to it was much like any other. The moments loop in Ofir's mind, ceaseless and rough as river rapids. If they had known. Ofir is at the beach chair guarding the spot Delaney claimed while she grabbed snacks. Don't move an inch, she'd said. Ofir considers the blowing winds, lifted by the chilly breeze coming off the water, then looks up to the clear sky. They'd wish they'd brought a book. They shiver slightly. Summer wasn't supposed to be cold. Wait, this time. Ofir lies back and closes their eyes. Why not let them themselves be pampered for once? Could they have shared more time together? Ofir reclined on a park bench. Delaney left to use the bathroom. Ofir's been conjuring small flames above. You completely skip. Okay. Interesting. You skip the entire, like, dialogue after that. They don't come back and, like, we don't chat. Bench's hardness, he awkwardly angled Ofir shifts. Let's keep waiting. Ofir doesn't like apple cider, and can't remember Delaney's opinion on it. Getting up for something no one wants is an unnecessary hassle. After some time, Delaney returns. Shall we, she asks. Ofir leans back on the terrible bench. I'm not sure. I was just figuring out the ideal precision to not be incredibly uncomfortable on this demonic piece of wood. Delaney smiles. I'll leave it to you then. Or, Or she asks, or you can help me exorcise the demon and we could trap and study them. You got my attention. What do we need for an exorcism? This is different. Exorcism time, sort of. The two begin an intense but leisurely walk, speculating on demons, exorcism, and summonings. I don't think we need to give up just because there are any recorded sightings of demons, or any proof of their existence, Delaney asks. All the more glory for us once we catch this one. Many plans are formed, but alas, nothing comes of them. The sun begins to set, and goodbyes are made. Well, we'll get him next time, Delaney promises. Could they have stopped it? It's New Year's Eve, and Ofir is at Abella's. They're chatting with Max about their new job. Corey comes by with champagne flutes. I don't know what Delaney is doing in the kitchen, but she said to disturb her at your peril. Max laughs and takes a proffered glass. We'll need to take a look then. Leave Delaney to her devices. I don't know, last time I pushed her, she made good on the threat. What happened? Max asks wide-eyed. Ofir looks away sheepishly. I don't want to talk about it. Max turns to face the others. Abella? If Ofir doesn't want to talk about it, then you won't hear from me. Corey? I'm glad you asked. You see. Corey, Abella groans. Come on, it wasn't that bad. You don't really mind, do you? Not Corey can tell. Ofir sighs dramatically. I suppose you can sell it. Okay. Excellent, Max exclaims. Corey clears his throat and waves his hands dramatically. It all started one cold winter night. The sun was gone, but the sky shone from the streetlights reflecting off the snow. Ofir, Delaney, and I were on our way to... Maybe we can get the short version, Abella asks. Corey shoots her a glare. You're no fun. I suppose a bard must abide by their audience's desires. This happened the year you were abroad, Max. It was Abella's birthday, so we took her out to this nice restaurant. Delaney went off to craft a surprise gift and asked not to be disturbed. Ofir went to check on her, blundered in, and tipped over Delaney's potion. He had not blundered in. Oh, come on, I didn't blunder in. She'd set up right next to the door. Ofir protests. Regardless, the cauldron was tipped. Continues Corey. The whole of the employee bathroom where Delaney had been working was stained with chartreuse. The restaurant was not pleased. Never mind Delaney. In the end, Abella got her gift late, and Ofir was stuck detaining that bathroom for almost a month. A grin breaks over Max's face. That's great. I can't believe you never told me about this. Well, now you know. Ofir sighs good-naturedly. Well, now you know. A thoughtful look passes across Max's face. So what you're saying is that Delaney is probably working on a potion now? She often is, Corey laughs. But this time we won't be bothering her, Abella says. Each of their guests' eyes. Because if my kitchen is stained chartreuse, you're going to have more to worry about than Delaney. Max puts a hand on their chest. You have my word. And mine too, Ofir says with a smile. Is everything inevitable? They had argued over components of a new spell, and Delaney had said something very hurtful. The flowers were at lunch were an apology. The room feels emptier now that she's gone. I'm gonna call her again. Ofir picks up the phone and rings Delaney. She picks up for a few seconds. After a few seconds longer than usual. Sorry I couldn't find my headphones. What's up? I was just thinking of you and wanted to chat a bit longer. He laughs. You're seeing me on Thursday. The true chat for the rest of the trip home. They discuss an album release, a controversial new toy line, and the merits of different flowers and strength increasing potions. But Thursday never comes. Ofir won't see the lady again. A month passes. There are many monsters in our stories. Some come from folklore, to tempt, harm, or devour. Others come from history. They've already tempted, harmed, and devoured. Stories. All stories are true, but to a degree which may vary. And like all stories, this one is true in all the way that matters. It's a story with a villain who tempts and hardens and devours. All monsters leave scars upon us, though the scars themselves vary. And these scars sometimes birth their own monsters. Monsters born of our skin, of our pain, of our isolation. Scars. Same thing, raw scabbed heals, independent of time. It's the same thing as last time. Ofir's been shut in their room for a month. They have not eaten a proper meal in more than a week. They've only drunk water under extreme duress. Today, Ofir opens the door to their room of their own volition. A rare occurrence their friends would be equally excited and nervous about, and stumbles from its dark depths with a dehydrated wobble to their step. Fumbling for some scrap paper and tearing off a lid to the pen, Ofir drops onto a stool and begins to sketch. Forever, and ink splatter onto the page after page in unsteady strokes. After hours, during which friends come over and find Ofir, released to see them out of their room, and then distraught again to find Ofir unable to tear himself from work. Wallow in despair this time. No, they say, I'm not certain it can be done. Ofir slumps in their stool, resting their forehead against the desk. Ofir jumps at the sound, almost falling over in the process. They have not noticed that a friend had crept into their kitchen while they worked. Abella leans out from the doorway, mixing bowl in hand, trying to hide her worry behind a smile. Ofir tries to pick themselves up. They never failed before, so why start believing they might now? Oh, Abella, they say, I'm trying to make something unlike anything I've made before. Abella continues stirring. She has played this game before. Something redemptive this time? I'm making, Ofir continues, something redemptive. Tell her the truth. I'm making a monster. Interesting. You know, I'm interested. Yeah, I wish listed. Cool. So that was I'm Making a Monster. They have very good storytelling. These devs have very good methods of getting you intrigued in the story. I'm interested. I'm interested. I would play this. But with that, we are going on to our next game. Next, we're gonna do something lighter. We're gonna relax a little bit. We're gonna play something chilled out. We're gonna take some pictures. Yeah, we're gonna take some pictures. Just got back. I had to take a shower. Was making Monster equally dark then. It was interesting. It was sad. I wouldn't say it was as dark. There was some loss of a loved one, and someone going into like a depressive like spiral. And then they decided that they were gonna make a monster. And that's it. That's how it ended. It's interesting. I think it's interesting. I would say that this demo, this prologue, was a lot less heavy than the other thing, than the other game. But the other game, Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced, we had to deal with like a lot of we had to deal with both of those characters like struggles, right? And there was a lot of information about them. Especially with named Florence question mark. I don't remember her name. My memory is so bad. The name, I didn't say the name in like 2 seconds, so it's like all gone. It's all gone. The prologue is free and only 15 minutes. It's very short. We finished 2 run-throughs of it, reading the whole thing, in 37 minutes. So it wasn't that bad. Shout out to their dogs. Shout out to their dogs, for real, for real. If you could exclamation shout out their dogs, like if they had channels, I would tell you to do it. 100%. We're gonna swap to something a little more lighthearted, a little more cheerful. We're gonna go take some pictures of cute little guys. But for now, thank you so much for watching the VOD. This one was a short one. This is probably gonna be the shortest VOD on my channel. We're gonna swap over games. I'm gonna stop recording now, and when we come back, we will be playing what is this game called? Cryptid Cab. I keep calling it Cryptid Cuties. We're gonna play Cryptid Cab. We might get 4 games in this session, depending how long this one is. All right, we'll be back soon.